Woo! Live on location from delightfully different Dunedin, featuring Justin Catacchio with Kaitlyn Hart. Live music every week, highlighting local artists and people in the know. This is Good Morning Dunedin.
Good morning, Dunedin. I'm your host, Justin Catacchio, and we are live from, looks like the Goodyear blimp, floating over some city. Actually, I'm in the Dunedin TV green screen room, and we have our co-host, Kaitlyn Hart, calling in from her house because we have gone with the guidelines of staying at home. Kaitlyn, you there?
Hi.
Welcome. So, how are you today?
I'm good. Taking it, one day at a time, just like everybody else. Stuck at home for a couple days, but I am supposed to go on a honeymoon later today. So we'll see how fun that's going to be.
Oh, really? So I didn't realize you were still working on the island because it's pretty much closed?
Yeah, so they're doing projects over there right now, painting, pressure washing, putting up new fencing, all that kind of stuff. So
they're keeping you busy.
Oh, yeah, pretty much.
So we also have another guest that is calling in from home as well. Put that up, Seth, and I keep looking over to the side because that's where my monitor is. Hey, how you doing?
Can you guys hear me okay?
A little bit.
Can you hear me?
Brad Myers is a local musician and chef, and he's joining us here as our guest and musical guest.
Hey, Brad.
Say hi.
Hi, guys. Everybody hear me okay?
Not really. You're a little muffled. So this is, the technical issues we have. I don't think we've had a show with perfect audio just yet. So he's going to be playing some music, and we're going to be going back and forth to him to hear some live music, and we're going to go into an interview with him at some point. So, Brad, just feel free to play some more music while we're chatting, and hopefully that comes through. So, Kaitlyn, how are you doing? How was your week?
My week's pretty cool. This past weekend, I pretty much did the same thing. I went in the pool again. It was a little warmer than last time. And I skipped out on softball practice this past weekend, trying to practice my social distancing. What about you? I know you play tennis. Is that still going on?
I do play tennis. I am in a tennis league, and I actually won my match this weekekend. It was 3 sets and exhausting. I think I pulled something, but I won, so that's good. And I've got another game tomorrow. It's hard to play sports in this day and age, but tennis seems to be okay since we're about 40 feet apart most of the time. So, yeah. Did you go biking this weekend?
Oh, yes. Before we went to the pool, we went bike riding down the trail. We went about 12 miles north towards Sarpin, Palm Harbor area. That was fun. It was really nice out, so the pool was definitely nice afterwards. So yeah, the trails are still open for anyone who wants to get out of the house to ride their bike. We also rode over to, we cut off from the trail, went towards the causeway, and there's a little park there as well we went to.
Cool.
Did we have like a trail clip or anything?
So yeah, this is the trail downtown. Some families riding. This is before it's 6 feet separation. I like our soundtrack this week. This is nice. I always feel like the show's a little quiet. There's no birds chirping. We're not outside. So we've got Brad playing in the background. So this week's theme is distance learning. School is still on officially spring break, but they'll start up distance learning on Monday. They're testing out the system. Teachers are adding content, and I've got a 7-year-old at home who's in first grade, so we've started to log in and sign up and like things and get everything set up. So they're going to have things to do from their teacher and be able to do some distance learning. They're going to be web chatting with the teachers and other students, but there'll be downtime. And since everybody's working from home, normally I'm working from home, so I'll be working from home. So I'll be taking some of these ideas we're about to show y'all and put them into practice. And I suggest that you do too. So we're going to go to our next segment, top 10 things to do while distance learning. Number 10, make animal letters. Now, Kaitlyn's, this is Kaitlyn's thing.
So it's learning how to draw animals with using numbers and letters. This is something I did a lot when I was growing up, especially over the summertime when we had not much to do, so we would stay at home. So here's my little board. I'm going to show you. I'm going to draw a lion using the number 5. So,
Great.
So there's my 5, and then I'm going to start by drawing the nose. Is the little eyeball, and then I kind of did it a little too far over, but you would do your hair over there, kind of doing it really quick, and then and little whiskers. But yeah, there's my little lion.
I love it.
It'd be a little better, and there's tons more you can try. You can type in Google. Pinterest has a lot as well. But yeah, this is my little quickly drawn lion out of the number 5.
Love it.
Actually love this. Mo Willems, it's a Kennedy Center show. He's doing that every day. He's doing paperwork and numbers and letters. Cool.
Brad, it's really hard to hear you. I don't know if you can fix that. Keep drawing. You're sure your mic's on?
Everything is on, yeah. Definitely on. And
yeah, you sounded a lot better yesterday at rehearsal.
Yeah. It's brand new technology, so I don't really know what's going on.
You look better, though. The framing's a little bit better than last night. Yeah, at least you're not sitting on the floor. All right, so the number 8 thing to do while distance learning.
What was number 9?
Oh, wait, number 9. Music appreciation.
Ooh.
Records, break out the old records, and
yes, I have a couple here. So we have a Bob Dylan one, yes, and one of my favorites is the Beatles.
I do love the Beatles as well.
Oh, yeah. So these are.
That's a really good one, Abbey Road.
Yeah.
So music appreciation. Get your kids to listen to old stuff they never heard and let them appreciate it. And classical music, albums. I got some Lionel Richie that I think my kid really likes. So, number 8 of things to do while distance learning is pet care. Wash, groom, trim their nails, get them involved in just taking care of those furry brothers and sisters.
There are some nail clippers. Obviously a little different than the ones we use for ourselves. Here is a dog brush. You have different sides for this one. Here's a cat brush. So obviously different animals, different sizes and breeds, you're going to use different brushes. So there's just a couple for you guys.
Yes, I have 2 dogs and a cat, and I'm always trimming their nails and washing them. And
no, my cats hate it, but
I just brought my 2 dogs to the groomer last month, 2 months ago, and got them shaved. And it's been a godsend because don't have fur all over the house. We vacuum and there's nothing in the vacuum except for some dust. Normally it's like this giant ball, like another pet. But and
it's going to be summer, or spring, summer, so then they'll cool off.
It's
be able to
definitely
cool off
hot.
Oh yes.
All right, so what number are we at to now? Number 7. You take this one.
Cosmetology. So this is cool. This would be cool for all of the young kids and even the dads. Just learn a new hairstyle, learn how to braid hair, a new hair braid, new hairdo. I know your daughters sometimes want braids or the hair done and the mom's gone. So dads, this is when you pop in and take over.
I am starting to learn. I got the regular braid down. I don't know what a French braid is or any of the other stuff, but I should learn because they're always asking me.
Fishtail is pretty cool as well.
Get the bump it.
Maybe you should just look it up.
All right, so number 6, write a story or make a comic book. My daughter is actually writing a fun comic book story right now about this Hart creature that comes and saves her friends, and they have to go into a treehouse, and it's very magical and entertaining. And she's on like chapter 3.
Oh wow!
like page 7,
really
but chapter 3. Yeah, it's really good stuff.
Her. Nice. I used to write stories and poems all the time growing up. I love it.
Yeah, I used to write a lot of stories. Now I'm writing TV.
Still telling stories, so.
Like that music. So what number are we on? 5. Number 5 of top things to do while distance learning, laundry. My wife would appreciate this. Teach them to sort, and then help with the wash, and then of course fold and put away.
One you'll never run out of to do. Like there's always going to be laundry.
Constantly.
So, yeah, I have a shirt right here. Old Dunedin TV. It's kind of close up. I'll attempt to fold it. I'm not really good at holding it up, but some people kind of fold it back like that, and then you kind of just fold it like that. Again, it's not the best how I'm doing it, but it's kind of a fast, easy way.
It's folded.
It is folded.
I can't figure out the way my wife does it. She's like super talented, and she is the queen of laundry, and I really appreciate her doing it. It's one thing that she's really good at. Really good at. All right, so moving on to number 4. Auto care. Wash, check the tires, check the oil. Now, I guess this depends on how old your kids are. My daughter has been helping me wash the car for years, but I wouldn't want her to check the oil.
Yeah.
Maybe check the tire pressure.
That would be cool, or maybe help vacuum it out.
Vacuum it. Yeah. And what's good is she can take all her stuff out of the car. That's usually a big chore.
Yeah.
Cleaning the car out. So that you can get to the vacuuming and cleaning.
Yeah, exactly.
Washing the windows in the inside and the back.
The windows, yep. Learn where the windshield wiper fluid goes. And then see if you need the oil change and how to change it.
Yeah, I've done my oil for years in my driveway, and she's seen me and crawl under there, and the wrenches and the filters and all that. So
Yeah, I've still never changed mine.
I'm ahead of the game.
Like myself.
Number 3.
Home ec. So this is a cool one. Teach your kids a family recipe, whether it's like a family meal, a favorite meal, or favorite dessert. Cook with them or bake with them. Baking, I know, will be a little more fun for me because I love sweets. So I always love that one with my grandma. But yeah, maybe pass on a family recipe to them and just teach them, or even one of their favorite meals, so they know how to cook it themselves.
Yeah, I'm just like the griller guy. I'm starting to get better now that I'm cooking more. So yeah, but cooking's really easy. All you do is you get a recipe and follow it. And you just got to make sure to read the whole thing first, get your ingredients out. And if you don't have something, you have to make a substitution. Let's bring Brad in on this one. He's the chef. Brad, can you hear me? Can you give us some tips about cooking? I know you're a chef. You're a vegan chef?
That is correct. Yes. Tips about cooking. Just generally. Okay, well, I'll tell you, one thing that cleared up a lot. When I was younger and I started to think that I wanted to become a chef, I basically made a ton of mistakes. I threw a lot of food in the trash. I burned stuff. And one of the things that really simplified the whole process for me, and what I do currently, I'm a chef educator, and I do cooking classes all around the area. And you don't have to, they're plant-based cooking classes, but you don't have to be plant-based to come out there. It's mostly about teaching people how to cook with vegetables. But anyway, so what I gathered from the book, it was I was at a bookstore, and I just was reading the book. There was like 101 tips for aspiring chefs, and I think it was like number 1 or number 2. It said there's only 2 types of cooking. There's dry cooking and wet cooking. And you think there's the oven, there's the pan, there's the the pot, there's the fryer. All those things are just different versions of hot and dry. Dry and wet, rather, because when you have water in the situation, water regulates the temperature, so you can't get as hot, you can't create some of the chemical reactions that you can when you have dry cooking. So, I don't know, that's one of the fun things that I like to blow people's minds with. Do you guys ever think of food like that before?
Yes, I think cooking can be like chemistry class, and I was pretty good at chemistry class with the Bunsen burners, and it is like that. And you got to make sure things are cooking to certain temperatures, so that took a lot of meats and whatnot.
So caramelizing. Your temperature is going to stop at a certain point. And if there's no water, then you can continue getting higher and higher. So it's like, deep frying, even though it's immersed in a liquid, it's actually dry cooking because there's no water there to regulate the temperature. That's why things can brown in a deep fryer, whereas they can't in boiling water. So, yeah.
Okay, so
I feel
cooking's
like
more
though,
complicated.
for me, baking and cooking. I know baking for me. Cooking, I haven't really tried any new recipes recently, but I know baking is pretty hard for me. I'll follow the directions and everything, and for example,
then you put a third of a teaspoon in versus 3 teaspoons.
No, we were making gingerbread cookies for Christmas, this past Christmas, and we did it all, and I followed the directions, and then I realized there was flour in 2 of my measuring cups, and somehow I must have grabbed the 2/3 or the half one or the 2/3 one. I ended up using both of those apparently, and it did not turn out right. And we ended up throwing everything away.
That's cooking, right? You got a lot of trial and error.
Yeah, we didn't try again after that.
I don't know. One of the other things I always tell people in my classes is feng shui. It's really important. Clear all your space, arrange everything out in an array. If you can visualize it like that, it'll be a whole lot easier for you. Do a lot of organization ahead of time.
Yeah, I guess I didn't really have that. I kind of had like all the measuring cups out, just everything laid out, and I ended up grabbing the wrong one.
That's a good tip. Be organized.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to number 2. Genealogy. Take out those dusty photo albums and make a family tree.
This is one of my favorite ones.
Big tree. Lots of family. My dad has got 3 brothers and 3 sisters. So there's like 20 something cousins, and that's just my father's side of the tree, and it's a big Italian family. My mother's French side is a lot smaller. She's only got 1 brother, 1 sister, and but it's good because you go back as far as you can and bring in your grandparents if you still have them, and reach out to them and fill in those further branches back.
Yes, and I actually grew up with a big family too. My grandma was she did foster care, so I always had kids in and out of the house, but she also adopted like about 12 or so. So we have big family on top of having a few of her own. But here I actually have photo album with me. Once my great grandmother passed away, this was handed down to me. It's not too old. It's about a couple of decades at least though, but it has a bunch of pictures of like, this one's empty, but of family, some people who aren't here today, but it's pretty cool. A lot of me as a baby. My great grandparents are in here a lot. My grandparents.
So you know everyone who's in that album?
I do, yes.
That's
so I got to meet all of them in there. Other ones, older ones that my Nana has actually at her house. There are some people that I didn't get to meet, but I learned about a little bit. So it's pretty cool when we go over there. She always brings out the pictures.
When you're doing your family tree, if you can, add a picture. I'm sure there's websites, genealogy.com. Let's go with that. There's like that leaf one. Everybody's doing like blood tests, and they can find out their origin, basically. But anyways, go through the albums, pass on the information to your children who are distance learning from home, and all these things are things that you can do at home that your kids can't really do at school. And you've got all this extra time. Let's take advantage of it. So the number one thing to do while distance learning during the COVID outbreak is clean the house. I'm having a problem with that. I've only been working from home for 2 days, and it seems like by the end of the day, there's toys everywhere, there's books everywhere, math books. My workstation's pretty clean and secure in the corner, but she's just taking over. But this last one was about cleaning the house and sanitizing doorknobs and, really getting the house sanitary. I actually saw something yesterday about bringing in groceries to the house and like how long the coronavirus stays alive on certain packaging. So they say to try to clean the packaging before you bring it in your house. It's all very OCD, but I guess it's important. So clean your house. Teach your kids to help. All right. I cannot hear you, Brad. I do apologize. I wish we'd fixed your microphone. So we're going to take a quick break, and after the break, we'll talk more, hopefully, with Mr. Brad, and I'll do one of my hidden talents. Stay tuned. Am I still on? Did you check the channel too? Turn them both on.
Hi, I'm Greg Bryant. Question for you. How well do you know your elected officials?
So just civics was giving back, getting involved, providing service. It was kind of in my DNA through my upbringing.
Question. I unwillingly came from Florida in high school.
Coffee with the Commission.
Welcome back. Your host, Justin Catacchio, and I've got Kaitlyn here and Brad Myers on the phone calling in today because we are practicing social distancing, and with the governor or the counties working safer at home bill that's out, or order that's out, we decided not to do our show from the Dunedin History Museum, which we've been working on all week and had fun old-timey musicians set up, and we're going to talk about how the museum's going to go to a virtual tour type thing. But with the order to be safer at home, and so the sheriff's putting up all these notices all over every place, only be going out for essential. So we decided there's only 3 of us here at the station instead of the 10 people it takes to do a remote show. So this week on my hidden talents, we are doing paddleball. So when I was a kid, you do it like this. Do it even. Right?
There you go.
This is how I teach my daughter how to do it down. And then once you get a little bit better, I'm trying to do this. You go up. I'll try not to make a face because it's like going to hit me in the face. And yeah, keep playing, Brad. Play some funny music. So
Yeah, for sure.
but the way you're supposed to do it is like this. Yeah.
Oh,
Hold on.
yeah. Are you sure that's how it goes?
Hold on.
There
we
you go.
It's forward.
Not too bad.
Sounds great. All I just hear is paddle. 3D. Okay.
Definitely a lot better than I could do.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd get one, and then we could pass it through the.
I tried looking.
Frame.
And yeah, I was gonna try to grab it.
So if you don't have one of these at
home,
home, keep looking because everybody's got one of these somewhere.
but not me.
Your kid's been to a birthday party. There's one somewhere. Usually they're wooden. This one's actually really good. I actually had a mini one
that's pretty cool.
that totally broke, but this is the one that I keep in my toy drawer with all my fun hidden talent tricks.
I actually do have a hidden talent that I just remembered a couple days ago that I totally forgot I could do.
Yeah, we were supposed to do this one with the alphabet, right?
We were. So
Okay.
I can actually say my alphabet backwards. So I don't know how I should do it so you guys don't think I'm cheating. But I can say it and sing it. I'll just say it though. Okay. So it's ZYXWVTSRQPONMLKJIHGFEDCBA.
Oh, very nice. But can you sing it backwards?
I'm not the greatest singer, but sure. How do you say it?
Play some music, Brad. Happy birthday.
No, that's not the right one.
Oh, wait.
DYXWVTSRQPONM LKJIHGFEDCBA. Now I know my ZYSs.
Very good.
Thanks.
So unfortunately, Brad's microphone isn't really working that great. How much time we got? Oh, we're actually at time. So maybe if you sit closer?
Yeah, maybe. Does this work at all? Can you hear me better now?
We can hear
Little
you. It's just a little muffled still, but it's definitely better.
Okay.
Okay, so let me let you talk about your streaming. I saw you on Facebook all week doing train wrecks.
Yeah, I call them the train wreck sessions because if you kind of see, this is a brand new pedal for me. It's a very complicated machine, and that's one of the reasons why we can't get good sound here is because whenever I plug in the sound from this, the video disappears. So we just made do. But so anyway, I just decided since I'm stuck at home with this great piece of technology, I would just learn how to use it in live streams.
Well, it definitely looks fun. Looks like a little party going on down there.
So get some ducks?
I was going to
all
say,
your
I
ducks
did
in a
notice
row?
a lot of ducks. What are those?
For those of y'all that don't know, I do a kids music show, and I'm in all the library systems in various places around town. You can find me at mrbradsmusic.com, and so I'm doing a live stream for that on my Facebook page, Mr. Brad's Music, and at noon I'll be doing some kids songs. My daughter will be here with some ducks. We're gonna make some ducks talk.
Awesome. I feel like your audio was better last week, so hopefully you can figure that out by your live stream here at noon.
Yeah.
So if you could get ready to play us a little bit, I'm going to thank everybody for tuning in. And again, you can catch us live here every Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. on the Facebook, the City of Dunedin's Facebook, and on Dunedin TV, cable networks, WOW, Frontier, and Spectrum. Spectrum 639 and WOW and Frontier are channel 15. So again, tune in next week. We're going to be continuing to do this system where we're calling in probably because everybody's supposed to stay home. So I hope you're all doing well and staying safe and healthy. Remember to wash your hands, sanitize everything, follow the county's orders, and we'll all be okay. So again, I'm Justin Catacchio, and this is Good Morning Dunedin. Brad, take us out.
Take it out.